Open.
Did you get on my video and stuff?
Yep, I got it all. Mike's on.
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, hello, hello. Hopefully you can hear us. If you can't hear us, let us know. We just had a Windows update come through just as I was about to go on, and it messed everything up, of course. So everything changed. Say hello, Doc.
Excuse me, that's not my name. I'm the Queen Bee. See, happy Halloween, everybody, a little early. I told y'all to paint your faces, and my Yankee co-host did not cooperate. Do y'all see my bee? Isn't that cute? Queen Bee, get it?
Okay, guys, can you hear us? Just let us know if you can hear us, because we had everything changed on us just at the last minute. So.
And then he had a wiggly co-host that would not cooperate. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, she's a high maintenance old. Never mind.
Oh, I'm a high maintenance old bee. Now you can call me that and it be correct and not get mad.
Audio's good. So we got our title tonight is You ready to ride the Trump train there, folks? Because it's starting to roll here. We're starting to go. What do you say, Doc? We're starting to go?
Honey, I'm the conductor. I'm ready. I got the engines revved. We're fixing to take off with or without anybody.
That's right. Here we go.
Thank you, everybody. They like my Queen Bee outfit. I don't think I have enough time because I'm supposed to be Are you making Joe Biden sniff me?
No, I'm not making Joe Biden so cute. We're riding the train here.
Oh, are we on the train? I'm ready. I'm ready.
Y'all ready to ride the train? All right, Brian, 71976. You've been riding the train since day one. All right.
So we've had a fabulous week of winning, haven't we? Hasn't it just, I mean, can you feel the crescendo? It's building. I mean, I can feel it. The avalanche is rumbling down the hill, the mountain, and people were warning people to get out of the way. And some people like Clapper and Brennan are looking up and like deer caught in headlights, and they're about to get run over. It's so fun, isn't it?
So what's been happening this week? I didn't catch anything happening this week.
Have you been, right? I was going, have you been in a coma?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna impeach that MFer, right?
Yeah, right. In their dreams. In their dreams. The most delicious part about it is I think Q and them are doing this on purpose. I think they're dropping a little at a time and getting all this kind of rolling. Because every time they do this, it absolutely sends them in a frenzy. Because guys, remember, they don't have their background channels anymore. So they don't have an inside scoop to everything. And did you see what's his name? Was it Clapper? I thought he was going to absolutely have a baby right there on camera when he had just found out. And see, these people have had their cords cut on their background information. So I'm just saying, I think it's delicious because every time you know that they are just absolutely dying, they are spending sleepless nights. And I hear that good lawyers are hard to get in Washington, D.C. about now. Isn't that exciting?
Yeah, they're all starting to get criminal attorneys now, not just attorneys, criminal attorneys.
That's
Doc.
right. Oh, I know. And did you know criminal attorneys cost about 3 times what a civil attorney costs? So not only are they at a premium, but they're paying really big bucks. And that makes it even better because they're having to pay with their ill-gotten gains, these high-priced attorneys to try to keep them out of Gitmo. But it don't matter because me and Miss Beth are going to be selling guided tours to Gitmo. Want to see Hillary this week? Come on by. Let's go throw coconuts at her. Want to see Bill over here? Oh, we can go see him too. So, but tip, we expect a little tip because all that money goes to building the wall.
That's right.
I hope their heads explode. I know. Purnell was saying Clapper was speechless. Yes. I think they're all having very bad cases of some major muscles in their body tightening, if you get my drift.
Let's bring up one of the first tweets you sent me, Doc, this week. FedEx guy. The FedEx guy.
Oh, this was so sweet.
Here we go.
Did y'all see it?
So the FedEx guy is delivering a package. Oh, Look at that. You switched the pillows around and make the flag right.
That's right. Even our FedEx men are patriotic. Isn't that sweet?
Pretty cool, Doc.
I thought that was too.
That's what a way to start. Let's get started with something. Oh, let's do something fun. I'll try to find something, but you can keep yammering on, Doc. That's okay. Everybody likes to hear you.
Yammering?
Yammering?
Honey?
Isn't that a southern term?
I do a
Yammering?
little hooting.
Y'all
I
yammering?
do a little hooting that turns into hollering, but I don't do any yammering.
No yammering?
Queens don't do that, you know. I'm sorry, my tiara is messing with my do tonight, y'all. It's hard to be beautiful and the queen. What can I say? My daughter did my B for me, and I said, having weird mother builds character, Haley. She says the weird mother.
Oh, I gotta stop these notifications from Discord. Everything on the computer changed because
You just shouldn't be so popular.
what's no, an update came through, so everything got changed.
Is my tiara sparkling? I'm being a face painter. Remember we talked about it last week on Speakeasy, where on Seinfeld, he came pick up Elaine. Remember we watched it, and he was a face painter. You didn't know when you asked me to be a co-host that I was a face painter, did you, Phil?
Oh, you're a face painter.
I'm a face painter.
Here we go.
It's official.
In honor of Halloween this week, he sent me this one. This is from Team Trump. The worst horror movie sequel ever.
So maybe there does need to be a rematch. I mean, obviously I can beat him again.
Oh, good grief. I can't watch that twice. Oh. That's like those the sequels over and over, the same nasty sequel over and over.
Kill the beast.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
call it Kinkles.
Oh, we got to find something to get rolling here, Doc. He sent me a lot of stuff, so. Uh-oh.
I did. Is my lighting too bright? Am I shining like the sun?
Oh, what'd you do? Change things again, Doc?
Yes, I'm sorry. Somebody said I was sparkling. I wanted y'all to get the full effect of my tiara. I'm like Scarlett O'Hara. When I have a tiara on, every other good thought went right out of my head. I'm just sorry.
The only co-host that keeps changing her scenery or lighting after the show starts.
I know, I'm sorry. It's got to be perfect, y'all.
High maintenance co-host here.
I didn't ever claim to be anything else, darling. I'm so sorry. I thought you knew. It came with the packaging.
Oh, I don't know what you did, Doc.
Old bars require a lot of maintenance.
I don't know what you did, Doc, but I can't fix anything now.
Is it worse? You can't even see me now, can you? Good God. I'm saying 1 week it's electricity, and the next week it is lighting.
Ooh.
There's always something.
Bad lighting.
I know. And you know what it is? It's because it started getting dark when it was light outside. The room had enough, lighting to go with it that, it would be okay. But now it's dark when we're filming, so I see I'm going to have to adjust my set accordingly. Excuse me, guys, for not having the little minions do that this week. I was too busy winning. I don't know about y'all.
From Breitbart News comes SCOTUS to rule on constitutionality of Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the CFPB. Created by Obama with absolutely no oversight whatsoever by anybody. I don't even think Congress has oversight of these people. They can do what they want. So, The Supreme Court announced on Friday that it will take up a case on the constitutionality of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, vesting of substantial executive authority in the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, an independent agency led by a single director, violates the separation of powers, and whether if the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is found unconstitutional on the basis of the separation of powers. The portion of the Dodd-Frank Act that established the agency can be severed from the rest of that statute. So that was during Dodd-Frank that they created this Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, but they have...
And what they were doing, but what's hidden behind the scenes is Pocahontas, our favorite little fake Indian, was using it as a slush fund. They were taking those monies and giving it only to left-wing libnut organizations. And POTUS knew that was how they were funding a lot of this stuff. And so he put Mick Mulvaney in charge and took it away from Pocahontas. And it made her mad and made all of them mad because their slush fund is drying up. So they're trying to take control of it back, and it ain't going to work.
That's right. So,
there is no regulations on those monies. They were using it illegally, and we need to be very supportive of POTUS and them taking this on.
Yes, they were using it to support every left-wing organization out there, which, number one, is unconstitutional because you can't favor one group over another, right? That's not inclusive. They weren't being inclusive.
They're just being downright dirty like they always are. I'm just saying. These people have no regard for any rules, any precedents, anything, because all they care about is their money and their power. They are the most power-hungry human beings I have ever seen in my life, honestly. It is sickening to see people that are willing to put their own power-hungry needs above their own country. The country they're leaving their children to. But see, they think that because they're elitists and they've got all this money and they're funneling it to all their kids, like with Biden, that we're just going to look the other way and they'll be able to use all this money to keep on funneling themselves more and more power, while us, the little people, have to live by different standards. It's ridiculous. I mean, America is waking up. We're taking our power back. And guys, I don't know if anybody missed it, but our favorite little 24-hour-a-day DJ, Chris Mack, did another wonderful day of prayer this week for our nation. Because guys, we always act like that's the last thing we need to be doing. It really is the best and the most powerful thing that we can do, because we've got to pray. POTUS and all these patriots that are standing up for the future of our children and our grandchildren, we got to pray them into success. So everybody needs to be sure and get their knee pads out and get to praying if they're not doing anything else. So sorry, got on my football.
Look, it's hard being a Democrat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doc. I just thought it was kind of ironic when you were saying power hungry as you put on a crown, but that's okay.
Like I said, that's only for the other little people. But even the monarchy is above the rules, aren't we?
Here we go.
Look, it's hard being a Democrat. You gotta make decisions like, do I vote for a socialist who destroys the economy, or do I vote for a socialist who's totally insane and will destroy the economy? Well, for the rest of us, here's an easy one. Donald Trump. It's a fact. In Trump's America, more people are getting a paycheck than ever before. 6 million new jobs in 3 years. That's one new job every 12 seconds, 250 an hour, and $3 billion in value every day. No wonder the guy's filling stadiums. Trump ain't raising the bar. He is the bar. It's payday. Keep America great. Stand with Trump in 2020.
All right. Something wicked. I like that commercial.
I know. And it gives great information in it. And at the same time, as always, they're very entertaining.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was having to adjust my tiara. These crowns are heavy, you know.
Oh, here we have another court dismissal. Federal court dismisses California case challenging Trump car emissions rule. Look at this. California wanted to have their own rules, superseding federal
What they
law.
were doing, they were setting the laws. California was trying to circumvent the federal government saying anything about the emissions controls and all the standards. So they set their own that was more stringent than the government, and all the car manufacturers were having to hustle to meet it so that they could sell, cars in California. So if they're going to do it for one state, then they just implement them for everyone. So inadvertently, California was using it to set the standards for cars, or excuse me, to set car standards for the rest of America, effectively circumventing our federal government. That is unacceptable. President Trump is taking that power away through the EPA. He's going to be addressing, I think, a lot of issues in California through the EPA. So the federal government has taken them to court and said, the car dealers the car manufacturers are going to go by our standards only. And of course, Gavin Newsom does not like that. So we've got to really be watching, but I'm telling you, they're fighting them on every front. And what do you want to bet that POTUS doesn't come out and remind them of their responsibilities outlined in the federal contracts for getting federal funds when you're letting your whole state go up in flames? So I think there's going to be a whole lot more coming, guys.
That's right. And you know what? California is paying what, $5 a gallon for gas now?
At least.
I think they're the highest in the country, right? I think the average is about $2.69 a gallon.
I'm thinking something like that. I don't even think ours is quite that.
I think the national average though is across the country. Even New York State is about $2.69 a gallon right now.
And guys, remember, the best time to fill up for the best price is usually on Tuesdays, because they change the price on Tuesday night for Wednesday morning. So don't go get it on the weekends, and be sure and get it early in the morning where you can get, there's less fumes in your gas tank. So, we have to think about all that in our state because it's hot down here.
I mean, the people in California got to be freaking out right now. They're paying $5 a gallon for gas because of his kooky climate change hoax. And, he's only hurting people that go to work every day. The middle class.
Yes, they can't get. Plus, even if they have gas, they don't have any electricity.
Yeah.
there's how many millions of people without electricity, and they said for at least 2 days minimum, you would. Oh my gosh! Could you imagine? That's going to shut down businesses. That's going to shut down homes. Nobody's going to be able to get ready for work. It's going to be chaos. California, I'm telling you, they're letting all of this play out because it's coming for a big readjustment, if you get my drift.
Yeah, you know what? California really needs to I mean, how long can you pay $5 a gallon for gas and put up with all, with no lights, no power? This is just insane.
Well, and think about when gas is $5 a gallon, think about what it costs to haul things. Everything you buy in California is going up. If it hadn't already, I'm sure it already is. When I was out there visiting last, just going to the grocery store is sticker shock. Seriously, from what you can get in Texas, homes cost less. Everything costs less everywhere else, and the quality of living is so much better. But rather than yield that state, again, our great POTUS is going to fight for it. And what do you want to bet he wins?
I should hope so. You know what, California?
We're coming.
Yeah, oops. California's got to wake up. Wake up, California, please. I mean, come on. You got to wake up. What is wrong with you? Come on. unless they've
They
got.
gotta rise up and take, because again, it's the classic scenario as in with every other state. The urban areas, most of California is conservative, believe it or not. The urban areas where all the illegal aliens are and all the left-wing libnuts are the ones that are the way that they've gerrymandered the map, are the ones that are finagling everything along with their their millions of dead people they still have on their voter rolls that POTUS is making them get rid of. You can see how they manipulate the government. I do not believe that that government that they've got sitting right now is a duly elected government. I think that with the voter fraud going on out there and all their machinations that they do with all of their machines and all that, I think they have put Gavin in place as part, because, you know, he's kin to Nancy Pelosi, he's kin to all those people. They're all part of the same machine, the machine that wants to tell us how to live while they live high on the hog. It ain't going to happen anymore. I'm telling you, they're coming, they're cruising for a bruising, and we got just the Street Fighter that's going to give them a fight and a bruising. On state boards now, illegal aliens on the state board telling citizens what to do, setting law for them. That is absolutely cannot stand. We've got to do something. We will lose our country and our government if we allow that to stand.
Well, here's somebody who's trying something that, you know, I don't have a lot of hope for it, but you sent me an article about Senators Hawley and Blackburn.
This is great.
Senators Hawley and Blackburn introduced legislation to move most federal agencies out of D.C. So Josh Hawley and Marsha Blackburn introduced Helping Infrastructure Restore the Economy Hire Act, which moves most federal agencies out of Washington, D.C. and into the heart of economically distressed regions across the country. Well, you know, nobody ever said all of the federal agencies had to be in D.C. Why are they, you know?
No, because that's the thing. It's like Washington is a nucleus of people that rule us with an iron fist, but they don't rule us according to the values and the rules that we want to put in play. So just like, remember the Secretary of Agriculture, Sonny Perdue, is moving it out into the heartland. Number one, it saves tax money because it's a lot more efficient money-wise. Secondly, they're wanting to move these offices into depressed areas of the state where they actually represent constituents, so that their own constituents, number one, have better access to them. Number two, they have jobs. They're getting more jobs. And I think this will force the elected representatives to take more heed of what their constituents are saying to them when they're not so far removed. So they're moving, they're taking the power away from Washington, D.C., where all these libnuts live, and moving it back into the heartland of America where the constituents are that they actually represent. And it's saving money. Gee, what common sense? Gee, I mean, it takes a freaking zillionaire businessman to come into office to actually, you know, bring this to their attention. Hello.
Well, why would you have the Department of Agriculture in D.C. on the East Coast?
Exactly.
Away from farming.
People wouldn't know a cow if it bit them in the tush. Those people probably have never had to get up and slop, throw slop for hogs. They've never had to go throw hay in the middle of a snowstorm for animals. They've never had to go out there and shovel manure. They need to, because you know what? We're sick of shoveling their manure. And the farmer is about to put them out to roost, if you get my drift.
I'm sorry, Doc.
I'm just reading. Give me a tiara, and I lose every bit of good sense I ever had. So if I'm on my high horse tonight, y'all, it's because I'm up on the throne.
I'm just looking. I'm just looking for trolls in the chat.
Have we got any?
I think we got
Yay!
one. I think we got one, but we'll see.
Bring them on in.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll learn something. Maybe we'll learn something.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman on Twitter that I had been discussing this very article on with, and he is very left leaning. And so we've been debating this all week, and I'm going, how, as an American citizen, could you have a problem with them moving these jobs closer to their constituents and employing people in a depressed area and saving our taxpayer citizens? How, as a taxpaying citizen, could you have a problem with that? Don't get it. And then he wants to go just start arguing about where I get my news. And I'm going, buddy, don't change the subject here. Let's take care of this where it is. You people are not wanting to face reality. You just want to rule with your feelings. Honey, we've got facts and figures to back it up. And I think we're supposed to be getting to this. And I hate to change the subject, but Phil, did you hear one of the most exciting things that POTUS said this week? Under President Bush, the family's income only rose about $445 in 8 years. In 8 years.
No, you're talking about Obama.
No, it was Bush.
Okay.
Then Obama's 8 years, the family's incomes only rose $660 something or $650 something. In 8 freaking years, people. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 8. Under our wonderful POTUS's leadership, President Donald J. Trump, in less than 3 years, families' income has risen, drum roll please, $9,000. Do you know how much money that is to the average family? $9,000 would pay almost a whole semester of Haley's college. I mean, golly gee dog, what are these people thinking? But remember, to Pelosi and to Gavin Newsom, to Shifty Schiff, to all these left-wing libnuts, Cortez, I'm not even giving her full name, Pocahontas, Bernie, these are crumbs, guys. Because remember, they all have zillions of houses, and on a government salary of $174,000 a year, they all manage to become zillionaires. Don't you wonder how? Don't you wonder? But they don't want us to even have crumbs, guys. Well, you know what? I call that a hell of a lot more than crumbs, don't you? I call that a steak or tacos.
Tacos. Well, you know, they're trying to impeach Trump on something that's not even a crime, that's not a misdemeanor, it's not a high crime, it's not a misdemeanor. This is a fake impeachment to keep the far left nuts in his party happy in the Democrat Party. This is all it is, because they've got nothing. If it was an impeachable offense to talk to the president of Ukraine and ask him to look into corruption in the 2016 election and prior to 2016 involving Hunter Biden, then they would bring it to the floor for a vote. But they can't, because it's not an impeachable offense. They know it. This is all theater. This is all a show. They're going to try to ram this through because they have just enough Democrats to vote for it. And the Blue Dog Democrats that won in areas that Trump won in,
they're going to get there. They're going to get, I'm just going to tell you something.
They're going to get slaughtered.
They're grass mowed, and their constituents are going to be the lawnmower. Because if she does take a vote, which she hadn't done yet, because she doesn't want those very Blue Dog Democrats to get their name taken down on the roll call as voting for impeachment, they are going to get a very rude awakening. Because I'm going to tell you something, the people in this country are not going to stand by and let them take away the value of our vote. We refuse. There will come a reckoning, and they aren't going to like it.
Now, these Democrats that are running this, it's not an impeachment inquiry. They can't even call it that. They keep calling it on the mainstream fake news media. Even even Fox News, which has become a joke except for a few people on it, is calling it an impeachment inquiry. It's not. They don't have subpoena power. They aren't allowing the president to call witnesses. He can't have his attorneys there. This is not an impeachment inquiry. And all of these morons on Twitter and on the left are going, yeehaw, we're going to get an impeachment. He's going to prison. Prison for what?
For what? Jaywalking?
For what?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Keep
So
rolling
you know
your
what?
impeachment
Bring
because
it.
now 59% of the country thinks this is a joke. It's an
Oh, and
absolute
you know
political
what? If
hit
the true
job.
numbers were to be known, Phil, it's probably much higher than that. I don't know one human being that doesn't think this is a railroad in motion. They all know. Everybody does. I'm just saying. And yes, Tigress, I am wearing a tiara, and to be because I'm the queen bee tonight for Halloween.
I love it. Some of our trolls are next stop is prison for Trump. I mean, you can't
Oh,
be this.
dream on.
You can't be this stupid. You can't
Honey,
be
the
this
next
stupid.
stop is going to be Gitmo for your side. The left-wing libnuts are going to take up the whole freaking place we even had to build on. Remember, POTUS just had more built on and more barracks for more guards and stuff to guard these fools. They're freaks of nature, and they're fixing to go right where they belong, and that's Gitmo. So we'll see who the last man standing is, and I bet it ain't going to be you.
No, it's not. And you know what? I know we got other stuff here, Doc, but I just want to, since I just love bringing the facts to the trolls, I've got to bring up one of the. Oh, this guy is incredible. The great one. Let's hear it.
Impeachment coup attempt was
Mark
already
Levin,
released
love it.
tonight about Horowitz's probes. The great one, Mark Levin. Mark, I got to just first ask a question, then I'm going to let you go, my friend. All right, Pfizer reports coming out. But now we have the Justice Department have now shifted this review of the origins of the Russian witch hunt, and that means the prosecutor running it, John Durham, has the power for subpoena, for witnesses, testimony, documents. He can panel grand jury and file charges. This is huge. Your reaction.
First of all, I won't be voting for her. I'll be voting for Donald Trump. Just wanted to know.
Yeah, me too.
Tell you what's interesting about this New York Times article. You have about two sentences from a leak that this is shifted from an administrative review to a criminal investigation. And then the New York Times predictably smears Barr, smears Durham, smears Trump. So that's what we're going to get from the New York Times. We're not going to get news. So it's very important this is shifted to a criminal investigation. That means they think they found something, Sean. They don't just do that. And
I just want to stop it there for a second, Doc.
They're
So
saying
we don't get red line. What's that?
Several people are saying that the audio is not good. There's an echo or something.
Okay.
They're saying it's echoing.
Shouldn't be, but
Yeah, but we know that Periscope's been giving everybody fits.
okay. Stopping it there. So for the liberals out there saying that Trump's going to prison, and who read the New York Times and skipped over the two sentences of the criminal investigation being run by Durham, guess what? They've been running. They knew this was coming all along.
Yeah, they did. They know what it's been circling. They know what's in the report. They know what's coming. That's why they are absolutely fighting for their lives, guys.
Now,
And I think it's great to see them sweat.
I don't want to disagree with some of our fellow patriots, but I think some of the top people are going to prison.
Oh, I agree.
I think some of the top people are absolutely going to prison.
And I hope if Obama doesn't go to prison, I hope he goes back to Kenya where he belongs.
It very well may end up Obama going to prison. I think it will. I don't think they're going to let this go because this makes Watergate and what Richard Nixon did look like nothing. Nixon didn't use the apparatus of the government to spy on a campaign based on phony information so that they could spy on a campaign to maintain power in their party. That's exactly what happened. So let's continue on. Let's see.
So they'll be under attack. They won't be treated like Mueller and his gang of Democrats. They'll be under attack. But with a very brave Attorney General and a very brave U.S. Attorney, and they should just keep at it. The rule of law is what matters. I want to spend a little bit of time that we have actually going over what the House of Representatives did when the Republicans controlled it in 1998. I think we have some graphics on this, just so the American people understand the tyrannical process that's going on with the Democrats in the House of Representatives. What we have is a rogue Democrat party in the House of Representatives that's using the institution of the House and the impeachment clause to interfere with the 2020 election. They're interfering with the 2020 election more than the Russians did, more than the Ukrainians did, even though that was bad enough. And they're using our tax dollars to do it. In the report, in October 7, 1998, by the Judiciary Committee to the full House, controlled by the Republicans, they said, "It is the intention of the committee that its investigation will be conducted in all respects on a fair, impartial, and bipartisan or nonpartisan basis. In this spirit, the power to authorize subpoenas and other compulsory process is committed by this resolution in the first instance to the chairman and the ranking minority member acting jointly. If either declines to..."
Right there. What Mark just said right there. This is what is being denied Republicans in the fake impeachment inquiry. Right, Doc?
Yep. You're exactly right. It is a fake inquiry. They haven't taken a vote. Nothing. They're just trying to do it to impeach him in the court, in the public court. That's all they're doing. So put your money where your mouth is, Dems. We want to see you take a vote. And where's your witness, Shifty Schiff? Where did he go? Did you see our wonderful Master Blaster troller? I think he was tweeting up a storm today. Absolutely. He was going to town.
Now, I'm going to make a prediction. If it ends up getting up to Obama, I think there is no doubt he will go to jail. I don't have a doubt, because I don't think POTUS lets anything go, period.
I don't think so. I'm very hopeful he'll be in prison, because I think that's where we're really going to make the big tips for building the wall, is taking everybody to see, oh, bummer.
I mean, if he
committed Michael will be still next to him, because it'll be they'll be in the all-male wing. So we might put him. Oh, you know what'd be even better is if we put Obama on one side and Michael on the other, where they could see each other, but they couldn't get to each other in the middle. You know, of course, because we all know about Michael.
Well, they got to put the cells at least 9 inches apart.
No, I want it to be further than that, honey. We aren't gonna let them even get close. I'm talking about on the other side of the walkway. You know, it's much bigger.
I'm going to play a little bit more of the great one here.
The other may act alone, subject to the right of either to refer the question to the full committee. So there you have an active participation by the minority party. It goes on, and this was presented to the full House for a vote, and it was passed. It says, because the issue of impeachment is of such overwhelming importance, the committee decided that it must receive authorization from the full House before proceeding on any further course of action. Because impeachment is delegated solely to the House of Representatives by the Constitution. The full House of Representatives should be involved in critical decision-making regarding various stages of impeachment. Also, a resolution authorizing an impeachment inquiry into the conduct of a president is consistent with past practice. According to Hines precedents, the impeachment of President Johnson was set in motion by a resolution authorizing a general investigation as to the execution of the laws. They went on further. The impeachment investigation of President Nixon was explicitly authorized by the full House. During debates of H.Res. 803 in 1974, Congressman wrote...
I'm going to stop it right there, Doc, because they've had 3 impeachment votes in the House. All 3 have failed. So,
that's right.
So now they have to run this fake impeachment in a basement, not allow the Republicans to call any witnesses. Adam Schiff is actually blocking them from asking questions. His staff has full access. The Republicans don't. They won't take a vote. Why? Because they've got nothing. They can't put them in prison because there's nothing. There's no law broken. They know that.
No.
This
Yeah,
is
the people
this
in
is
prison
to.
for
They
no
knew
law broken.
FISA. The FISA report was coming from Horowitz, and this is. They started this before the report came out. This is all this is about. Because it is gonna lambaste the entire Obama administration and most of the Democrats, and I'm going to say some Republicans are going to be involved in it too.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of rhinos.
John McCain.
Why do you think Mitt Romney is being so vocal? Don't remember, if you're a Q reader, then those who protest the loudest yell the loudest. Just saying. Watch Mitt. I think.
And on top of that, why is Nancy Pelosi? This is another thing that these liberal trolls don't. You know, if John Boehner and Kentucky Fried Chicken shit flew over the Jordan whilst in the middle of negotiating a peace deal or a ceasefire with Turkey, what would the media and the Democrats be doing right now? Calling for them to be arrested for Logan Act violations. Who ran over the Jordan right in the middle of the ceasefire to talk about Syria and Turkey? Adam Schiff and Nancy Pelosi. I wonder why.
One Republican who ought to be hung up by his toenails, because now they're using that one lone stupid Republican rhino that went with them. They're saying it's a bipartisan effort. You can take that and show it where the sun don't shine. I'm sorry, Miss Nancy Poopsie. You're drinking too early again, darling. That is not one lone stupid rhino Republican does not make it bipartisan.
That's right. You know what, Doc? We're going to have to continue this discussion into the next show because it's 8:55.
Is it really? We missed our whole time, didn't we, because of those people?
Because, 10 minutes of it was,
What? Being reminded that I'm the queen bee?
I'm going to play one.
Mimi likes my crown. I knew she would.
Oh, I'm gonna play one.
President Trump has restored the idea of America.
Keep America great! Exclamation point.
The Dow Jones made history today, closing over 26,000 points for the first time.
This is a standout report.
He's going to bring all these jobs back. Well, how exactly are you going to do that? What magic wand do you have?
I'm gonna bomb the shit out of them.
The collusion delusion is over.
You're fake news.
Unbelievable.
So dishonest.
Mr. President. Pardon me, ma'am.
Mr. President. Mr. President, are you...
That's enough. Put down the mic.
So much winning.
Every day is NASCAR.
He's a bobble finger.
Donald Trump, a keeper of promises.
I am with you. I will fight for you. And I will win for you.
America is winning again. With your help on November 3rd, 2020, can you believe? It's right around the corner. So you ready? Let's go. Let me hear it. America, great again. Thank you, Texas. Thank you.
Join us next on the Speakeasy Show. Be there. Or be a liberal. Oh, ready, Doc? Ready to get
I'm ready.
Get ready to get on Speakeasy, or is it going to take you an extra hour or so? All right, we'll be on in about 7 minutes on Speakeasy Show. Come and join us.
The Queen says, "Be there or be square."
I say, be there or don't be a liberal. Be there or be a liberal. All right, Doc, we're going to close out the show if I can find it.